And hello, and welcome in to this short little look at the game Fluffy Sailors, which was ever so graciously sent to me by the developers through my friends at the Maelstrom Hold. I'm going to give you some thoughts, do a little bit of gameplay, and in general say what's up, is this fun, is this bad, and everything in between. Now, I have been playing the game a little bit, so we will fire up one of these attempts. Now, the game is, in general, a sailing arcade game where you, as the great mouse hero, go out and try to save the queen's chef, who has been kidnapped by alligators or crocodiles. I'm not sure. She told me when she gave me my quest. I don't remember because reasons. Now the game has quite simple controls. You steer with the mouse and the WASD buttons. Fire your guns. Try to defeat pirates and various other creatures. And you're gonna get from point A to point B and finally track down the chef and hopefully become the hero that the Mouse Kingdom wants. Now, I tend to tell that I am not the best at games, which I'm clearly proving right now since my ship is hanging on by a thread, and these guys are absolutely wrecking me. Case in point. Now, this isn't a disaster, because whenever you get sunk, you just get transported back to Mouse Castle, get a new ship, a new crew, and you complain to the queen that, like, for example, now, the pirates have sunk me. Now, the story has a lot of puns. I mean, the fact that you have the pirates is proof enough. And the humor is light. The music is very, very nice. And the graphics are, well, you can see why it's called Fluffy Sailors, because just look at our mouse hero. He's tiny, he's fluffy, and he's on a ship. And this is our Lord and Regent, the Queen Mouse. And every time you get sunk, you get a little bit of backstory to whatever. And you also can spend your skill points. Now, so far I have spent my skill points on trading, which gives me a better price for buying new crew, which you also use as ammunition for your cannons. So if you want to take a free hint, do not sign up as a sailor for the Mouse Kingdom, because someone is going to launch you from a cannon at the enemy. And it also cuts down cost on repairs, which is very nice. And you have various skills you can unlock, and when you reach a new region, you get more skills. Now, as you can see, I have not reached new region. Mostly because I tend to get a little bit too cocky whenever things go well. And then when things start to go bad, I forget which side my cannons fire. Because you fire your cannons with the left and right mouse button. And when you swirl around on a map, I tend to forget exactly where I'm pointing. But that's a me problem, it's not a game problem. So now, for example, we can cut down our cost even more. So at the moment I have a 30% cutback on cost. You can also get one there that unlocks floaties. So when you miss a shot with your cannons, your crew will float around in the water for a while and you can pick them back up. and various things. For example, ramming speed. So, let us try another run. Now, the only thing I have to complain about is that you have to do the tutorial battle every time you launch again. I wish there was a way to avoid this because it's getting old fast. But at the same time, it's also not that... Yeah, case in point, I fired the wrong cannons. It's not that bad because in the first city you can fix your ship for free. Now another thing I discovered a bit late was that when you win a region, then you can just press space to collect all the loot out at sea, which is very nice. Or you can, as I tended to do, hold space to leave and continue, because I didn't quite understand the meaning of that, and that meant that I could not go back and repair my ship. So always make sure to fix up everything before you leave the Mouse Kingdom. So close. Now this is the aforementioned pirates. Now you have a burst that can help you avoid incoming fire. I tend to forget that I have the burst. Now I have to give it to the game. It's very pretty. It's simplistic. I mean, it is an arcade game, but the graphic does exactly what it's supposed to do. There. Now we got some loot, we got some money, we got some crew. As you can see, the loot from all over the map just comes floating in, and everything is awesome. Now, as you move along the path towards your goal, you have to actually pay for fixing your ship. I don't think I can afford... No, I can't afford a full repair. But I can afford to get some more crew / ammo. And I've also found some places where they sell artifacts of some sort. That gives you a bonus. These are pricey, so I haven't had the chance to buy any just yet. And then you have various enemies. I mean, the standard pirates are the ones with the black sails. And then you have things like hamsters and some freaky hamster ball boats. And the odds are stacked against you. So I'm gonna sink now. Yeah, ship destroyed. Now the amount of enemies and the type of enemies you meet will vary. So it's not like a linear path and every zone will be the same every time you play, which is something I approve of. It gives a little bit of mix-up. And the game is absolutely not punishing. I mean, you can see the I have failed again screen, but it doesn't punish you in any way. It just lets you, like, okay, try again. Now we will do this so I can collect crew from the sea, since my aim is all over the place. Case in point. And now you see I can go over here and I can collect my crew, load up the cannons with them. And I also have to say, I mean, this is something that I absolutely comment on with every game I play. The music and sound design of this game, I think it is very, very nice. I mean, it fits the theme. It gives you the classic swashbuckling soundtrack. And the sound as well is, it's fine. I mean, it's nothing too impressive, but double miss. That's a new one, even for me. I am a firm believer of doing what works in a game. And I also think that a good sound design and a good music score can turn an average game into a great game. Now I have a little bit of money. I can fix up my ship and I can try another run. And here I believe we have one of... Well, this was just for crew. Let's hire some crew. I thought that was one of those artifact shops, which would have been nice because then I could have shown that. But yeah, it's a fun little game. It gives exactly what's on the tin. I mean, it's an arcade game, plain and simple. It reminds me of many games I played when I was younger, just in a modern wrapping. And that is absolutely fine for me. Okay, and here we have the hamsters. I shot the dog. I did not mean to shoot the dog, but it just so happens that I did. And I keep on firing the wrong way. Now the thing to remember is that left and right mouse buttons fire the guns on the side of, like when your ship is pointing forward. So if you are sailing straight north, then your right mouse button will fire the right guns. But if you're sailing backwards or south, then the guns will fire on the other side. So it's a fixed position. Something that you just have to... It's a skill, or rather it's something you have to remember. There. Let us try another zone and see what we will find there. Looks like we have more pirates. I missed. Now, the skill to pick up sailors will save you a lot of money. Because money is something that it's gonna give you a lot of trouble if you're not careful. And I sunk again. Like I said, I'm not good at the game. These hamsters in their balls, they won't let me pass. Can we make peace with them or something? Ha! Sure, peace with hamsters. What a brilliant idea. Oh really? Thank you. No, my dear, peace with hamsters. You can't make peace with hamsters. So now you know. Now I keep getting skill points. I'm not quite sure what give you how you earn skill points. And it's also very nice that you can, I think you can unlearn skills somehow. It says so here. No. Once you have put them in, they stay. But yes, I mean, even though I'm not good at the game, I think it's quite entertaining. It's a fun little game to just spend an hour just to chill around with. And like I said, graphics, music, gameplay, very smooth. Takes a bit of training to get things going properly, but all in all, I would recommend this game if you are into this type of arcade game. And the fact that there is no like hard end if you fail. I mean, there are a lot of games who tend to go for the roguelike system. Some do it well, some do it poorly. Here I think they have done it fine. The game doesn't punish you, it just gives you like, okay, you failed, try again. And it gives you that sweet spot where you can fail a couple of times, and then when you manage to get past the part that defeated you before, it feels good. It feels fun, and you can see new things. And then if you fail again, well, you can always just invest your skill points, see if that helps, try a new tactic. So, like I said, I would recommend this game if you are into cute fluffy sailors, or fluffy animals in general, and arcade games. So, with that in mind, I have been Fluffy Bard, this has been Fluffy Sailors. I hope you will check out the game if it's something that interests you, and I will see you next time. Take care and bye bye.